here after the auction, so they would be delighted to talk to you after the auction if you want to discuss anything that you feel they may be able to help you with. I apologise to the regulars, but I've got to look after the non-regulars now and advise them of the process and the procedure that we're going to go through today. So I apologise if you've heard it all before. I will offer each lot as it appears in the catalogue, and it will be shown on the screen here. So hopefully you won't be able to bid on the wrong lot. That's the first point. You may hear me mention that we have a commission or a telephone bid. That's where we're bidding on behalf of a third party. My volume's gone up, has it? Is it louder there? That's better. Oh. Anyway, sorry. When we're bidding on behalf of a third party, and we certainly have got a couple in this sale, haven't we, Luke, that we're going to be bidding on third parties who couldn't be here for today. Once the hammer falls, you have purchased that property unconditionally. Unconditionally, so there is no going back. If your hand is in the air, I put the hammer down, you have bought it. If you are the winning bidder, either Lorraine or Jill will pop out and see you. They'll ask you to complete a buyer information form, and in that we just ask for your details, your solicitor's details, and the details, perhaps if you're buying in the name of a third party, so if you're buying in a company name or something like that, you'll need to put that down there. They will also take your IDs at that time. If they leave the form with you to complete, try and catch their attention when you've completed it, because they will take it over to the clerking area where the contracts will be drawn up whilst the sale is still going on. At the end of the auction, successful buyers will be invited to the clerking area where we will sign the contracts and take your deposits and your admin fees from you. We do handle that in lot order, so if you happen to have bought lot number 11, it's probably a good idea to quickly go and grab a cup of coffee or something whilst the girls are still here, whilst you're waiting for your turn to actually complete your contracts. I think that's all I need to say, really, quite honestly. The best bet now is to get on with the sale, have an auction, and hopefully, I'd like to say you'll all buy something, but certainly, hopefully, 11 of you might do. So, let's start off with lot number 1. This is land to the south of Lower Farm Road in Wrinkle. Wrinkle being a very pretty little village, some 5 miles east of Needham, and obviously at Needham Market you've got access to the A14 and all the normal facilities you'd expect with quite a large market town. This is the little gem. They just don't come to market, these little sites anymore. It has planning permission for the pair of bungalows that you can see on the plan there. They are small properties, they're 2-bedders, open plan living and kitchen. The really nice aspect here is the fact that it backs onto fields to the rear, and the rear of the design of the bungalows have got bifold windows overlooking the back and to the sides. You've got 2 sets of bifolds. They really are a very pretty little scheme there. And the other thing that helps people perhaps in their planning is that literally 250 yards up the road, somebody's building 4 more bungalows, one of which is built and sold, which we understand is sort of 400-ish. They are larger bungalows, they are 3-bedders, whereas these are 2-bedders, but it helps you in your planning with regards to figures, certainly relatively comfortable, suggesting that the value sits at 300-ish when they're done, that sort of level. So, great speculative project for someone, for builders. I need somebody to start me off, guiding 150 to 175. Somebody can start me at 150, see where we go with it. It's always difficult to get that first bid. Somebody start me at 140 then. 140,000, somebody? Put their hand in the air. Nobody here for the site. 125. I need somebody to wave to me at 125, otherwise we're not going to be able to sell it. 125, somebody. 125, thank you. I have 125. 130, somebody? 125 I have. 130, thank you. 35, sir? 35. 140. 45. 150. 55. 60. 65? No, we're in at 160 then. We're at 160 there at the back now, looking for 165 from somebody else. We're at 160 at the back, looking for 165. I'll take the 62 then now, if you like, sir. 62, anybody? Anybody here at 162? At 160 only, that's all we are at the moment on this site. We're talking about the pair of bungalows. At 160. 62, thank you, 62, 62, 64, 64 against you. 64, you're definitely out then. At 64, 66, somebody. We're at 164 only. At 164, are we all done? At 164 then, all done? At 164? Come and see me post-sale, because I can't quite let it go at that level. We are very close, though. Okay. Let's move on to lot number 2. This is 108 St Helens Street in Ipswich. There it is, picture on the screen. On the face of it, a very straightforward residential development, this one. It now has planning permission for conversion into a 3-bedroomed house. However, as we know with these projects, there are other solutions that are available. The main thing now is that precedent's been set for residential on the ground floor. So whatever other solution you might want to come up with, because you've got residential on the site already now, I think you could look at it with a view to other planning solutions if you wish to. The great thing with this one, from my perspective, is that the seller has spent a lot of money on it when she was running her business there. So over £50,000 has been spent very recently on new roof, nice extension, and all of which can be used and utilised within the development of the site. So you're going to be working on a very, very solid base. Guided at 90 to 110. Somebody start me at 90 on it. Everybody here for it at 90? Again, what are you all here for? 90,000. Somebody start me at 90, please. 80 then. Start me at 80. We'll see where we go with it. Add 80, thank you. I've got 80 there to my right. Add 80,000, looking for 82. I have 80. Looking for 82 from somebody. We're at 80,000, is that it? At 80,000, are we done? 82, thank you. At 82. 84. 86. 88. At 88,000. At 90. At 90,000 here. For 92 from somebody else, we're at 90. 92, thank you. 94. 96. 98. 100. At 100. At 100 then. At 100 we have. Looking for 2 from somebody else. You out? At 100 at the moment. At 100 looking for 102. At 100 and looking for 102. Are we all done at 100,000? So I'm going to sell at 100,000. It's unbelievable, but I will be. At 100,000 if we're all done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the first 102, thank you. 102. 104. 106, sir? 105? No? 104 then, see to the back there. At 104 we have. At 104 then. For the first time of asking then at 104,000. Second time of asking at 104,000. Third and final time at 104. Sold gentleman at the back there, well done. Moving on to lot number 3, this is Mabel Cottage. There it is, Mabel Cottage, Farm Road, Great Oakley. Charming little detached cottage, equally charming little village. The property was refurbished a few years ago and extended. There is an opportunity for an element of cosmetic enhancement, as we all know, those that have been out and had a look at it. 3 bedrooms on the first floor, Calagas heating, double glazing. As we know, there has been a price reduction on this one, and the price reduction is pure and simply because the vendor wants to secure a sale. So that's the reason for the reduction on it. Quite honestly, at 125 is at a level, 125 plus, that everybody should be putting their hands in the air, as far as I'm concerned. Very, very good value. So, you've been hard work so far today. Somebody start with 100,000 and let's see where we can go with it from 100,000. So at 100,000, somebody? At 100,000, who's here for it at 100? Who's here for it at £100,000? Sorry, are you looking at the same thing that I am? Thank you. At 100, thank you. 105, somebody. We're at 100 looking for 105. At 100 looking for 105. At 100? 105, thank you. 105, so you're right there. 105, we're at 110, sir. At 110, thank you. 115. 120? 120. 120. 22. 24? 22? 23 then. 23. 24. 25. 124 at the moment. 125, sir? No, 124 then. At 124. Anybody else want to kick in? We're at 124, looking for 125. At 124 if we're all done. Sure you want to kick in, sir? At 125, thank you. At 125 against you now. At 125, 126. No, it's at 125 then. At 125 and going to sell. Not coming back now. At 125 if we're all done. For the first time of asking then, at 125. Second time at 125. Third and final time at 125,000. Sold to the gentleman at the back there. You've bought very well, sir. Very well. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll crack straight on with lot number 4. This is flat 306, San Francis Towers, Franciscan Way. This particular lot has generated more legal downloads than anything we've offered for quite a while. It really has captured the imagination. As you know, it's a one-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor of this established residential block. It has been refurbished and it is ready to let. Potentially a very, very high-yielding investment. Because the number of legal packs that have been downloaded, I'm sure that you are all aware, and you must be aware, that as an owner of one of the leasehold flats, there will be an obligation as far as the costs that have been incurred with regards to the skin that's going on the outside and the fire precautions that have gone inside the building. Interested people will be aware of that, but I'm just drawing it to your attention. If you're not aware of it, don't bid, because you need to be aware of it. We factored it in coming up with this guide price. So it still represents an exceptional guide, an exceptional property. 30,000, somebody start me at 30. There's several of you here for it. Somebody start me at 30. We'll go up in twos. Who's here for it at 30,000? Who's here for it at 30,000? Do you know, your hard work today. 30,000, somebody? Nobody wants it at 30. Thank you, sir. 30 I've got. Thank you. I'm looking for 32 from somebody else. I have 30 right at the back on my right. Looking for 32. Nobody else here for it. We've got 30 at the back. Is that all? At 30. At 32. Thank you. 32. 34. 36. 36,000. 36,000. Take 37 from somebody. We're at 36,000 at the moment. At 36,000, are we all done? At 36, we're all done, are we? 37, thank you. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. At 41 then. We're at 41,000. Right at the back at 41,000. At 41,000. I'm going to sell. I'm not coming back. If anybody else wants it, you need to show your hand now. We're at 41,000. If we're all done at 41, I'm going to sell. At 41,000 then, for the first time of asking. 1,000 for the second time of asking. Third and final time at £41,000. Gone. Gentleman right at the back beside the pier. Could you make yourself known as Jill comes up to you, please? Thank you. Right. Lot number 5, 1 Clarkson Street in Ipswich. Telephone bidding, yeah, you're connected, good. Okay. Another lot that's captured imagination. Basic terms, you're buying a freehold investment here. The building itself has been split into 4 flats, which have all been sold off on long leases. So as a freeholder, you will be gaining the benefit of 4 ground rents, which are £50 each per annum. So you've got £200 per annum in ground rent. Simple calculation, 10% return gives us a guide price of £2,000. That's where we're coming from. I'd like to see if somebody will start me off at £2,000 on this. We'll take it in 200s. Somebody start me at 2,000. I guarantee everybody's car that they drove here today in cost more than £2,000. £2,000, anybody here for it at 2,000? Telephone bidder, do you want to kick in at 2,000? At 2,000, are we all done? No, telephone bidder's going to sit on the fence as well. Goodness gracious me. At £2,000. Nobody here for it at 2,000? 1,000 then, somebody. £1,000 I've got, thank you. At 1,000 I've now got. Looking for £1,200. 1,200 I have, thank you. 1,200 against you. 14, 16, 18, sir? £1,800? No? 16 then at the moment. £1,600. £1,600. 1,800 I now have on the phone. £1,800. 2,000, sir? At 2,000 in the room. 2,000 in the room. Anybody else want to join in? 2,2. 2,2, you're out. On the phone then at 2,2. At £2,200, looking for 2,4. Right, £2,200, are we all done? I'm going to sell again at 2,200. I'll take one from somebody if they like. We're at £2,200, 2,300 against you. 2,3, 2,3, 2,3, 2,004. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, thank you. 2,5, 2,5, 2,6. No, you're out. At £2,600 then. Are we all done at £2,600? I'm surprised, but if we're all done, I'm going to put the hammer down at £2,600. For the first time of asking then at 2,600. Second time at 2,600. Third and final time at £2,600. Sold. Let's move on to lot number 6. This is 4 Thurleston Close. There it is on the screen, as we can see. We're very pleased to offer this little lot for sale. It's a very, very tidy 3-bedroom chalet. Lovely quiet cul-de-sac location. Parsons Heath, very nice development in Colchester there. Benefits from UPVC windows and doors. It's got a larger than average garden that opens out to the rear. Gas central heating, detached garage, ticks a lot of boxes. Best of all, it's guided at well below market value. And those of you that are looking at it will be fully aware of the market value on this, and it's well below market value. As a result of that, as far as I'm concerned, it works for buy-to-let investment. It works as speculative development. You could buy it and spend a bit of time refurbing and still make a profit. Or it's perfect for an owner-occupier. So ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. I actually do have a commission bid on this one, so I'm going to be starting it at 190 with me this time, rather than relying on somebody in the room starting it. So it's with me at 190, looking for 192 from somebody in the room. It's with me at 190 on commission, looking for 192. 190, 192, 94, 6, 8, 200, 200, 22. You sure? 22 with me, then anybody else want to join in? 22 with me, looking for 24. 202 with me at the moment. 3, 4, 5, 5. I'm out. It's with you at 205. With you at 205 in the room now. At 205 in the room. 205 looking for 26 from somebody. It's at 205 in the room and I'm going to sell. It's not a bid, is it? Don't worry. 205. At 205 and going to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time I'm asking then at 205,000. Second time at 205,000. Third and final time then at 205,000. Sold some. Thank you. Well done. Lot number 7. The second of our properties in Colchester here, 60 Pownell Crescent, Colchester. I think it's safe to say it's been well maintained by the current owner. It's just come off a long let. It's been let for over 10 years to the same tenant. But during the ownership, recent ownership, we've had a new roof put on it, new rainwater goods, new boiler. All of the fundamental repairs and what have you have been done on the property. It does offer an element of scope for enhancement, but that's all really, so it's a pretty straightforward one, this one. I have to say it's in a great part of Colchester for investment. It's walking distance to the town centre, the railway station, Abbeyfield, the barracks. It's just in that area where, as an investment, it's always going to let. So great from that point of view. And because of that, the other thing I'll just draw your attention to is the fact that there's potential, possibly, for greater enhancement, i.e. rather than just letting it as one single dwelling, subject to the relevant approvals, it might well be that you could do something else with this one and get a better yield. But I'll leave it up to you sort of letting specialists to consider that one. 180 to 200. 180 to 200. Start me at 180, somebody. 170 then. Somebody start me at 170 and we'll see where we can go with it. At 170, somebody here for it? At 170. At 170, thank you. I've got 170. Looking for 175. I have 170 at the back, my left-hand side. Looking for 175. At 170. At 170 only. At 170, looking for 175 from somebody. We're at 170 only. Are we all done then at 170? I'm surprised, but if we are, we are. At 170, looking for 175. At 170, we're all done. Come and see me post. We can't quite do it at 170. But we're probably doable. So come and see me and we'll see what we can do. Lot number 8. Cedar Lodge, Sandy Lane, Little Billings. There we have it on the screen. You all know this already. The price has had a substantial reduction from the original catalogue price. We're now guiding at 260 to 280. That was following conversations with the seller. The seller is motivated to sell and it's now been reflected in the reserve price, so we're able to bring the guide down as well to make sure that we hopefully secure a sale today. 3-bedroom bungalows in the area, generally speaking, are making anything between 350 to 400. So at the price we're guiding it at, 260 to 280, very, very good value for money. The bungalow is only some 10 years old, very high spec throughout, nicely fitted kitchen, bathrooms en suite, double glazing, all that you would expect in the charming village of Little Billings. One last amendment that I will draw your attention to is that the completion date on this one will actually be 30 working days and not 20 working days as stated in the catalogue. So you will be asked to complete after 30 working days and not 20 working days. Apart from that, it's as it appears in the catalogue. I have a proxy bid, so I'm going to be bidding on behalf of a third party who couldn't be here today, and I'm going to start it at 260. So it's with me at 260, looking for 265 from the room. It's with me at 260, looking for 265. At 260, it's with me, looking for 265. 265, thank you. 270. 275, 280. It's now with me at 280. At 280 on a proxy bid. And I'm going to sell at 280. Anybody else want to join in, put a 2 in? Do you want to put a 2 in, sir? We're at 280 with me as on a proxy bid and it's going to sell at 280. 282, anybody? At 280 and I'm going to sell. It's an absolute steal and I'm going to sell at 280. 282. 284 with me. 284 with me. 284 with me. 286. 5. 6 I'll go then. 286 with me. At 286, looking for 7. It's at 286 with me. Anybody else want to join in? Because it's going to sell now at 286, 287, 287, 288, 289, 290. No? Ladies and gentlemen, it's with me at 290,000. On proxy at 290,000, and I am going to sell. For the first time of asking then at 290,000. Second time of asking at 290,000. Third and final time at 290,000. Sold. Well done. So that's now sold. Let's move on to lot number 9. Here we have 86 Spring Road in Ipswich, showing there on the screen. It wouldn't be an auction for us if we didn't have the little gem in East Ipswich, so here it is for you. 3-bedroom mid-terrace, UPVC windows, gas central heating. It's been well maintained by the current owner. It's been let since 2015 to the same tenant. Obviously, originally it was on an AST. It's now rolled on to a periodic. They're currently paying £690 a month. Happy to. That equates to £8,280 per annum. So the yield is strong and good on it. The tenant is very keen to stay, I have to say. He realises that he's going to have a change of landlord, but he's got a young family and they're schooled in the area, etc. So he's very, very keen to stay. So for your investors out there, I have to say it's a perfect lot. Well maintained, great area. It's always going to let in East Ipswich, and reliable tenant wanting to stay on. What more can you ask for? Okay, so we're guiding at 130 to 150. I'd like somebody to start me at 130, and we'll see where we can go. At 130 I have straight away, thank you. At 130 I have, looking for 132 from somebody. 32, thank you. 34, 36, 38, 40, sir, 40, 42, 44, yes? It's worth it. You in at 34? 34, thank you. 34. 34th I have, 134. Sorry, 44, I beg your pardon. I was trying to give it to you cheap, wasn't I? I was trying desperately hard. At 144, thank you. Thank you, sorry guys about that, I was getting too excited. 144. You in at 45? At 45 I have. 46, sir. At 46? At 146 then. Anybody else want to kick in at this level? We're at 145 only. 146? What do you think? 146? Yes, at 146. I've got 146. You're out now then, it's at 146. Anybody else want to join in? We're at 146. We're looking for 147 from somebody. We're at 146. We're at 146. Looking for 47. We're at 146. I can't quite sell it. Come and see me. Don't run away. And I'd ask you to come and see me as well, because if these people don't want it, maybe we can do something. But obviously I've got to give these people preference. So we're at 146 at the moment. Come and see me post-sale, and I'll see what we can do. I do apologise. We are a stone's throw, I promise you. Right, 135 the Common. Have you managed to get through, Luke? Yep, okay, excellent. Telephone bid here now, ladies and gentlemen. This is 135 the Common, Freehold, Norwich. There it is on the screen. Guiding at 150 to 170. As we say in the catalogue, ideal speculative or investment property, this one. Good sized 3-bedroom semi, nice wide plot, so there's scope to develop to the side if you wish to. It's right on the fringe of the Broads. It's only 2 miles away from the little village, pretty village of Reedham, which is obviously on the Broads there. It's only 14 miles from Norwich, so it works very well as an investment. So anybody that likes the Norwich area, etc., good opportunity, this one. It does need the traditional refurbishment, kitchens, bathrooms, but it has got replacement windows and doors, so part of it is already done. I would suggest works very well for someone. The big plus for me when I went to have a look at it is it backs onto fields, which is lovely. We're very lucky in this area to have so many properties that back onto fields, and this one certainly is a lovely one that does. Okay, 150 to 170. Looking for somebody to start me at 150. 150, somebody start me at 150. Start me at 150. I've got 150 in the room, actually, thank you. I have 150 in the room. Looking for 152. 152 on the phone, are you in? At 150 in the room now. Anybody else want to join him? At 150 there. At 150. Looking for 52. You in? You out? At 150 then in the room. Are we all done? At 150 in the room. No? Telephone, you're out? Not in. So at 150 then, and I'm not going to sell it, I'm afraid, at 150. Come and see me post. Telephone, talk to me if you want to. It's here to be sold, but I need to have some input from you guys, I'm afraid. I can't sell it without the input. 150 is what we've got in the room. 152, thank you. 54. Yes, there's 54 in the room. 150, 54. 56, thank you. 58 in the room. 58 in the room. 60. 62 in the room. One 62 in the room. No, at 162 in the room. We're still not, it's embarrassing, but we're not quite there on this one. We are close again. So let's see what we can do post-auction. Okay, that was the penultimate lot. So we're going to move on to lot 11. Before we do that, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. It's nice to see you here. Look forward to welcoming you all to our May auction. Please remember our advice is totally free and without any obligation. So if you do have a property you'd like to discuss possibly selling by auction, always very keen to chat to you. That being said, let's put the hammer down on this last lot. I have a proxy bid. Luke has another telephone bid, which he's trying to get hold of. 48A Waterloo Road, 50 to 70,000 guide. I've spoken to numerous people about this lot. It's certainly, I'm sure a lot of you will know what I think you could possibly do with it, but you must have formulated your own ideas. I just want to clarify exactly what it is you're buying. You're bidding on a freehold, and it's a former workshop and warehouse, and very recently has been used as a warehouse. Approximately 1,550 square feet in size. Lots of different ideas for potential use. We've had like children's creche, dogs creche, all sorts of things, strange things, some of them. Obviously residential. We have people that are looking at it with a view to just using it as a warehouse. If you're thinking of anything other than its current usage, bear in mind it does not have that approval, and you must have exercised your own due diligence in establishing that it will satisfy and you can get what you want to out of the property. As I say, I'm on proxy, so I'm going to start it at 50,000. We'll go up in twos and see where it goes. So it's with me at 50,000, looking for 52 from somebody. 52 on the phone. Thank you. Anybody else in the room want to join in? Or else we'll work between us up here. You can all go home. So it's 52 at the moment. Somebody say 54 in the room. 54, somebody? No? I'll take it to 54 then. 54 with me. 54. 56, 58 with me, 60, 62 with me, 62 with me. Somebody in the room, join in. 64, 65 with me, 65 with me, 65 with me, 66. I'm out. It's now on the phone at 66, so we can't play anymore now. We need somebody else to join in. We're at 66,000 and we're going to sell. So at 66, looking for 67 from somebody. We're at 66,000 and going to sell. We're at 66,000. Are we all done at 66,000? Nobody else wants to join in because the hammer's going to fall. All done then at 66,000. For the first time of asking then at 66,000, I'm very surprised, but it's going to go. Second time of asking at 66,000. 67, thank you. I thought there would be somebody here at 67. 67 I have then. 68. 69? No? 8.5? No? All right then. 68 with you on the phone. Anybody else want to kick in then at 69? There's people I've told not to miss it. I don't know where they are, but never mind. Don't know where they are, but at 68,000 I'm going to sell. At 68,000 then for the first time of asking. 68,000 for the second time of asking. 68 for the third and final time. Sold at 68,000. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a couple of lots there that didn't sell that we are very close on, and I do hope you'll come and see me, those people that I've asked to come and see me, because we are very close on them. And I'd like to thank you all indeed for coming to see us. Thank you.